Hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to what is it, the 13th edition of the Trans-Tasman Challenge. I'm your host, Josh Sokol, joined here by none other than Josh Watt. And
Hello.
we are going to be bringing you round two of the event. Um, so Lawson Sue versus Rod Talbot, right?
Rod Talbot.
So Lawson from New Zealand,
hmm
Rod from Australia. We see the second first in a row from the New Zealand side of things, and
It's
this is going to
rigged.
be a great matchup. Yeah, it's rigged. Yeah, exactly. So Lawson lives right here. I say here, near where the tournament's being held in Auckland, and he's played in this event every single time since it started in '96, right? Or was
Yes,
'96 the first one? I think it was.
I believe so.
And so he's top 10 in New Zealand. He plays bridge as well. Everybody loves this guy, I think, from what I hear.
Yes,
Um,
he was one of the favorite characters in the documentary that is out on YouTube about New Zealand Scrabble.
ooh,
Very
we
good
should
watch if
plug
you
that.
very good watch if you haven't watched that already.
Yeah, definitely should. I don't think I have yet. And yeah, they're talking. They're delaying the game because they're just so happy to talk to each other. Isn't this is what we want? This is the Scrabble that we know and love. Everybody knows each other. These guys probably played each other like dozens of times, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm sure.
You've played Rod hundreds of times. Is that right?
Yep, yep, very strong player.
What did you
Yet
say
to
your
play
record
Wilson,
against
but
him is these days?
uh, look, it doesn't make for pretty reading. Let's say that.
Yeah, Rod. Okay, it says exactly 6,834 games played in Australia since '98.
Since
That's
'98. Yep.
26 years. So that's, if my math is correct, around 250 games or so per year in
hmm
tournaments. He won this challenge. He got first place in 2008. Um, yeah, he's one of the top players in Australia and in New South Wales.
Yep.
Lives in Sydney. Landscaper, like you said. But he likes the cool words, right?
He does. Yeah. Yeah, he you won't find him studying by probability. Quite often he'll turn up to the club and say, "Oh, I've been looking at list of words ending in TOL or just random combinations of letters, whatever he takes his fancy for the day."
That's great. I mean, it's the love of words, right? That really
Yes.
brings a lot of us to the game. And even though we don't need to know what the words mean, need to know if they're valid. I think most players are have some affinity for the words, and knowing what they mean is great. I mean, TOL words, it's just a chemical, right? Um, that sort of thing. But knowing the specifics of the definitions does tend to help you remember the validity of certain words. So it's
Hmm.
not like it's not useful. It's just for someone that to learn like tens of thousands of words, really hard to also then learn the definition.
As we can see,
But okay,
Rod the gardener has set up Tree Man on his rack.
that's hilarious. That's not it's Rumanet, right? Yeah, I knew that. I
Yes,
knew
yeah.
that one. Yay! And Lawson has cow with ADEN, so he's looking to play cow. You can play cow here. You can play cowed as well.
I think
Um,
I'd be inclined to play Cowed.
yeah, just take the extra points.
Hmm.
Um, cow is a defensive opening play, 16 points, but keeps really good letters, and it makes it a little bit harder for the opponent to respond unless they have like an L or a good overlapping play. But cowed, yeah, scoring 12 extra points is hard to resist. Uh, Dia
Yeah, there's
cow,
also no
is that a
what?
word?
No, it isn't.
What is he thinking of? Deacon?
Or Sea Cow.
Oh, sea cow. Nice. Yes, yes, of course. But yeah, taking an unusual amount of time, over 2 minutes on the opening play.
Hmm.
Um, but it is
Playing upside
close, I
down as well.
think. Cowan. Oh, that's a good choice as well. Scoring two fewer just to keep the DE together.
Yep,
I like that choice as well.
I like it more than cowed for sure.
We're gonna see a nice. I guess we're gonna see a nice underlap, right? Unless there's a double double through the O that I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one.
So Romanat making ORWEAM and NE looks to be the play for Rod. I think he spotted it already.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. Now this is good. Your
good
opponent
stuff.
takes over 2 minutes on the opening play, and you play a bonus within less than a minute. Um, but we're gonna see. Oh, we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a double double as a response from uh, from Lawson, right? Just
Uh,
demitted.
oh, right. Yes.
Um, yeah, we'll see how long that takes. If I mean, he may not spot it. He may spot it, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
didn't know that word.
Yeah, demitted. You might not know if it's like verb or if you might not have even seen demit before. To me, I don't know why. It just seems like a common word, but it probably isn't. I
Oh,
mean, I don't
well, I
really
feel
have
like
a
I
good
should have seen it. I just
vocabulary.
haven't.
Yeah. I don't have a great working vocabulary. Speaking of like knowing the definitions of words, so when I say something is a common word, it's just an assumption most of the time
Sure.
because I don't actually know. Um, but it hasn't come down yet. I mean Lawson's maybe doing some tracking because I mean he did take a couple minutes and his opponent played instantly, so it's always good to make sure that you've got the work done, like the paperwork
Hmm.
before you make your play, because you might forget later on if you've actually tracked certain plays. He's one letter, like one shuffle away from lining up demitted,
He is, yes.
but who knows? Who knows if it will come down. The suspense is palpable. Is that right? Is that a word? That's a
Palpable, yes, it is, yes.
palpable. He's seeing maybe some nines like meditated.
Yeah, I was looking at this as well. The triple letter squares underneath Reminet look very
Juicy.
tempting and metered as a five overlap. Look, well, it scores a lot, firstly, but yeah, it looks very attractive.
Yeah, I mean that scores over 40 points, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What's
definitely.
funny is mighted. So mighted not being valid, that
49.
might um, that might mess some people up. But the reason I know that mighted isn't valid is because of demit.
Right,
So it
yes.
just goes back to the same. So that's another way to maybe see the double double is you know that that mighted is invalid because of demit. Well, not because of it, but as a replacement. Um, yeah, I guess if it's not a common word, like there's no reason um, that it's necessarily a word that Lawson is familiar with. So we'll see. We'll see if he ends up spotting it. It's sort of like a too good to be true thing, right? Like your opponent opens with 80 points and you just somehow have like almost a 100-point response, 94 points.
Hmm.
Whereas Rod is looking to play wiry underneath the E and the T, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't think, regardless of what Lawson does, will come down.
Here's the
But
thing. Lawson's seen metered for 49. The only way he wouldn't have played it is if he smells something. So
yeah, I think he's still smelling it. Oh,
I
oh,
thought he was going to
I
play
thought he was
Demit.
gonna play. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's good. That's good. I've done it before where I've played like half or more of a word and then stopped. Like I once played TURR, keeping ICAL in my rack, Miracle, which was just like, oh, oops. Like I hit the clock and it's like, wait, oh, too
I've got
late.
more. I've got the rest.
Yeah, yeah. Item comes down, so that's a stroke of luck for sure for Rod because if demitted comes down, I mean that's a very big margin. to come back from pretty early. So Wiry is the play really quickly. So do you think Rod knows something about Lawson's game where sometimes Lawson will take a little bit long in the opening stages of the game and maybe he just wants to play really fast? Or is he just that confident that that's
He's a
his play?
fast player, Rod. He's been around. He knows when with his rack. There's not much else happening, is there? Like he knows he's not gonna happen upon a super low probability bingo through the E or anything. So no need to waste time.
Yeah.
That's sort of
Especially
his
since
mo.
this does great things to the board. It prevents prevents bonuses, hooking Romanet, playing through the E and the T. It also prevents plays to the right middle triple. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
it scores really well. So yeah, this is a good board to be on when you have a 50 plus point lead like Rod does. So
Yeah. It
yeah.
also blocks Lawson's bingo, sort of fortuitously.
Oh, blitted?
Blitted, yeah,
Blitted
making
is good.
Wemb.
Wow. Yeah. I guess bitted still fits there, which is
It
a ton
does.
of points. How much is that? 30 to 43, I think, if my count is right. That's
No,
very nice.
I'm so slow at counting.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Yeah, when setting up the Y hook, right, for your NBA fans. I don't know how many people in the chat got that, but as long as one person gets a reference, then it's a successful bout of commentary, right?
Yes, yep. Uh, we're really commentating for ourselves, though, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So yeah, bitted. I guess the only other question is blighted a word? I don't think it is. I think blight is some disease. Blite.
Blight is a type of herb.
Oh yeah, close.
Yeah, blighted would be GHT.
Oh wait. Oh blight. Yeah. Okay. No, just don't mind me. Yeah, Victor Wemby. There you go. So yeah, if bitted
Wembanyama
doesn't
would
come
be a
down,
good Scrabble word.
yeah, it really would. Like Jambalaya Wembanyama. If Bidda doesn't come down, what does Lawson do? And he's already down to 16 and a half minutes after making two plays. I wonder what he's thinking. Is he thinking, oh, I just found my bingo, my bonus that was blocked by Rod. You have to just move forward, right? So both times that the New Zealander, yes,
Yes,
has
Kiwi. Yep.
been, yeah, Kiwi is the more common thing, I guess. Has been down on time pretty early on, but um, if the same thing happens as last game, then it won't matter so much. But it looks like tables have turned. I mean, Rod's in a great position. After bitted, it's close, and it's gonna be weird. Like, what happens after bitted? Like, what does Rod do? Actually, okay, he plays lead. Maybe being unsure of bitted. Probably.
Keeping the B for bled as well.
Yeah. So this is actually quite interesting because, again, we know Rod has a lot of problematic consonants. He's one letter off of cyborg through the Y of wiry. There's no clear play here to me.
Bigot.
Oh, that's
Or
great. Oh,
what's
that's
it?
a clear
Sokol.
play.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, well,
And fast as
Rod
well.
knew. Rod knew what he was doing. Yeah, when you can think on your opponent's time, like, okay, if they play there, I'll play here. If they play there, I'll play here. And if they do this, maybe I'll look to see if they gave me something. But like with racks with one consonant, it's pretty easy to find candidate moves.
Yes.
Because or with one
One
vowel,
vowel. Yeah.
excuse me. So you can spot C-ball pretty quickly if you know your fives very well. And just be like, okay, well that's my play if that's not blocked.
And he's
If
drawn
nothing big
piloting through
changes.
the L, but it's going to get blocked.
Ooh. And Bigot is going to be played.
Yeah, I
So
like
yeah,
this.
B2 is also available, Bitou, but Bigot scoring 3 more points, keeping a U instead of a G. And yeah, this is nice. Nice way to get closer to Rod's lead here.
Yep, and throw some
But yeah,
floaters
that
out there
blank
as well.
draw. What's that?
Throw some floaters out there as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but blocking piloting. I don't think there's any like PITOT is a word, but that's not a verb. I think yeah, Rod's gonna have to wait at least one more turn.
Hmm.
With
Yeah, we
his
might see
play.
him slow down now as well.
Yeah, especially since his play was blocked. Yeah, what would you think to do here?
Um, I would be looking parallel Sabol. Um, maybe something just like just peek to the right of Sabol. Um, yeah, I
Ooh,
don't see too much wrong with that.
are we gonna see a phony? He quickly
Dioptic?
he
Or
had
optic?
no he had tiptoeing lined up
Oh,
in the
really?
T, but without
Right.
the E, which
Yes,
is
yeah, yeah.
a phony I've seen before. But optic is a great move
Hmm.
to open more space. You might be thinking, why is Rod opening the board? He has a lead, but he has a blank. You have a blank. It's pretty much only a matter of time before you get a bonus down. So I like this decision, but it might not work out for him. Look at that poor constant draw. Things are getting spicy.
Lots of clunk on Lawson's rack.
Yeah, this is. I mean, sometimes with letters like these, you just have a clear play, but
Yes, yeah.
XI, is that what you do? XIOX and LI? The OL?
Yeah,
The C bowl?
keeping ZV.
Yeah, it's not pretty, but it scores something. There's XI as well next to the OP, but that just scores less. I don't think there's any reason to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'd want to play off at least the V
Hmm.
as well, but you
Yeah.
just sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you gotta gotta take some time. I mean, the X is good on this board, so you could consider keeping it for next turn. Maybe trying to set up some sort of. Oh, he's look. Oh, okay. This is a very interesting. I actually like this choice a lot by
Mm-hmm.
Lawson. Putting the V out there isn't that dangerous. You're getting rid of all of your junk, and you're pretty guaranteed to score 40 next turn and the turn after. I really like this play, actually.
Yeah.
What do you
Interesting that
think?
he's playing upside down as well.
Oh, that's what you noticed.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Lawson is if anybody knows that he does this regularly, but I know a lot of players that play upside down. It's just normal for them.
Hmm.
Oh, E blank U. Wow. Is like, am I making this word up? Let me see. Before I say something silly. Yeah, I'm making it up. Okay. Feel like there's potentially a 9 or 10 letter word with these tiles that Lawson has. Anyways, back to Rod, who has drawn consonants that he surely can't like. Now with the play of Virtue being played, he has no way of scoring through that V unless he wants to get rid of his blank and play like Vivda, which can't be worth it.
No. I think he's much more likely to play Vig through the V to try and block it.
I like playing Vigs, Hog, and Ups more than that, just because it scores pretty well. And he's playing through the eye and Optic,
Very
just
interesting.
leaving it all hanging. All right. I mean, when you have blank, be aggressive. This also sets up Bid and Gourd, which is maybe consideration as well. That does score like 29 points by itself. But yeah, XU is going to come down very quickly, which is very important. He needs to keep playing a little bit fast. I think that's fine. I think that's a fine play. It does create a big spot on the left, though. Does Rod have anything there? I don't see anything off the top of my head.
No, see it looked kind of promising, but I've just put it through Ziziver. There's no sevens and no eights.
No eights at all.
No.
No eights at all with this rack. That's crazy. So we're gonna see. I mean, Rod takes. He doesn't know this, like that there are no eights. Is he gonna take some time here? Because it just feels like you have to have something through the T, a bigot, or the O. There's just nothing. Wow.
Yeah, I'd imagine he'd look for a while. But
Yeah, I mean,
what? Yeah, what? I don't know what he's gonna land on.
because now, I mean, the scores are close,
Mm.
and his lead is somewhat gone. It just feels like after building towards this rack, it just feels like this is the pinnacle. This is where Rod retakes a bonus lead. Like it just feels right. Like even a bingo to the Y should be like if I.
Mm.
Anyways, I don't know. This is really good. I think for Lawson. I think Rod's gonna take a while. He has the time to do so, but Lawson can now just chill out a little bit and just wait and see what happens. He has some very nice options himself. I guess he probably wants an R or a D out in space for re-zeroed.
Re-zeroed.
Yeah, that's good, right? Yep.
Oh,
Um, but
to reset
in
to
lieu of
zero. Okay.
that, in lieu of that, I guess for Lawson, question is, does he play Z to the left of C-Bowl and open a huge
Yeah, that's
hook?
scary.
So he's gonna want to think about that at least right now and wait
Mm.
to see what Rod does. And I wonder how long. Yeah, this is very interesting to see how long Rod is gonna take here. I would take at least 5 minutes, I think, and then
Are you
be
seeing
sure
any
I'm missing
candidate
something.
plays?
I mean, if there's no bonus, yeah, sure, I'd play like diff from the D and item or
Hmm, that's what I was
something.
looking at, but keeping the U.
Yeah, if there's some way of playing playing the U would be nice, but I don't really see a great way of doing that. And yeah,
Unless you
I
just
mean the
play
U,
food, Foud, through the O of Sabal.
yeah, you could do that. I don't think that's I feel like diff is good enough.
Hmm.
Um like you want to play AUF somewhere in order to play that. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was about to play. I mean, it'd be very impressive. Oh, he just goes with Viv does. Okay, that's very smart.
I
Yeah,
like
we're
that,
talking about
yeah.
Vivda last turn. Yeah, just Vivda's keeping you scoring 42 points. That's got to be right. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's so many points. Yeah, good play. We do get the rack cam tilted a little bit. Hopefully we can get that fixed at some point. But for now, Lawson has this position that he's been thinking about for a while. I wonder how quickly he's going to make a decision. Because nothing much has changed. The V has been blocked. No real plays have been given by this play of Vivda's. So maybe he's just gonna go for it. See the D and the A were just played. Oh
Oh.
my goodness. Wow. What? That's incredible. AE for two immediately.
Yeah, that was way too quick to be doing something like that, surely.
Well, it's just so incredible though. Like what is he going for? I mean, he's hitting a lot of stuff. That's for sure. Is there something specific that he wants here? Huh.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting. What a I don't really mind, like sure there's probably other options, but I think this I don't know, he has something cooking. Something is cooking here. He drew the P. Joy comes
Yeah.
down pretty quickly.
I like Joy.
Jurying did not fit. Wow, that's very unfortunate. And yeah, you look at this. Look at this.
So,
This is what
yeah.
he had in mind.
Hmm.
Wow. What an awesome play by Lawson. I can't
That's
even.
nice.
I mean, to even see that is just so. you have to see Zoe, and then you have to be like, oh, I could set the Z up. I don't know, man. It's so hard to block that. Even if you sniff it out.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's the coolest play I've seen in a long time. I don't know if it's the best play, probably not, but it's really really cool. And I mean, he's gonna bonus next turn. So it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, and he's got
Gaumier
biggest
is gonna come
to the
down.
T as well. Hmm.
What does he have to the T?
I think he's got strepent or strepent. I don't know how you pronounce it. But,
Stripent. Yeah, what a cool wow. You
yeah.
guys like
Hmm.
nobody in chat would have even considered AE for two. I was like, wait, why didn't you just play that for more? It's just a Nigel play.
We'll have
The,
to
the
get
spirit
some
of
confirmation
Nigel.
on what this blank is because there's four options apparently.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it could be it doesn't really matter. It could be
No, you're right. Yeah.
could be a lot of things. But that's really, really cool. Yeah, the spirit of Nigel looms large, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, that's very impressive. Speaking of Nigel, I've just seen that he's currently 12 from 12 in the Spanish championships.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
He's doing it again.
a different breed.
Yep. Yeah, Spanish championships being held at the same time as the Trans-Tasman.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that's also being streamed. But you guys stay here. No leaving to watch Nigel dominate yet another language. Um,
Yeah, we've
yeah,
got
it's a
confirmation as well that the blank is a D for Gordia.
yeah, makes sense. And will we see Stripent or Entrepot to the T? Entrepot is very hard to spot.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just Serpent is going to come down. That score is just about as much. 81 versus. Oh, 81 versus 80.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay.
So Serpent scoring a little bit more. Mount Eden in Auckland. Yes, that's where this tournament's being held. I really hope that I can visit this area of the globe at some point soon. I mean, you've been have you been to New Zealand before?
No, no, never.
It's kind of far, right?
For you, yeah, yeah. It's only a
For me,
3 hour flight from me,
3 hours a lot. That's
I
like
suppose. But it's further for me to go to Perth, which is in the same country. So
true, true, true. And the reason this is called the Trans-Tasman is it because between Australia and New Zealand it's the Tasman Strait, is that
that's
right?
correct.
Or
Yeah,
okay. Hey, I know
yeah,
something.
yeah. Named after Tasman. He was an explorer who um, sort of founded this area, or a very early explorer of this area.
Nice. Oh, we have someone in chat that's been watching both. Who's very tired because of the time differences for the Spanish championship and this one. Well, welcome. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have everybody in the chat. Well, this very very interesting game is
Mm.
underway. So we saw Rod take a very commanding lead early on, but drawing a lot of clunky consonants, and Lawson just drawing nice scoring plays.
Mm.
We saw Virtue keeping ZX, then XU, and then the amazing AE for two from Lawson setting up Zoe for 64 points, pretty much guarantee 60 point. Um, and yeah, now Lawson's ahead, and the time is evening out.
Mm.
Once again, Rod's just struggling with only one vowel, and Lawson is going to have a pretty easy decision next turn to just, I think, plunk the Q down somewhere, like Cot next to IGO and Bigot, or just drop the Q. He likes the six other tiles on his rack. And Rod, I mean, is looking to play Held maybe through the E of Serpent. I mean, this is not good. I don't know. Do you see anything else?
No, I'm looking for ways to get rid of both H's, but there's nothing really inspiring.
Yeah, and I mean, this play is just admitting that you're in a pretty awkward position. I mean,
Mm.
this blocks the lane above the AN of Cowan. It scores only 12 points, and the letters you're keeping are just not very good. As Cot comes down, um,
Yeah, this feels right.
Lawson counting. It looks like he's counting out loud. 30 points for Cot. And anti-hero just blocked. That's sick. Wow. Nowhere to go now, I think, for Rod.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, these are decent letters at least now, but the
Yeah,
board is
you'd have to
dead.
think he's close, but yeah.
And it's still, it's not an um insurmountable deficit. You're down 34.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, he sees anti-hero now. You much like rather just not even see that the bonus was blocked, like just move on, but we're all human.
Say hands on hips from from Rod, ruining the block.
Yeah, is Gore good? G-O-R-E-R. That's not good, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out like what does one do here? Their Rod.
Yeah, I think
Like,
you. I
do you
mean, you
play
want to get rid of
HAO?
HO, or yeah, or HAO, but
HAO on top of the AN, maybe? There's somewhere good to play HO.
yeah, I like how HAO.
Yeah, it brings you. It's 26. It's not terrible. But you're gonna need some help. The blanks are gone. There's a few S's left, but there's only a kind of hard to access S hook on the play of Serpent on the top.
Hmm.
And there's that T and Bigot that you can maybe draw a bonus through. But more likely than not, I think neither player is going to bonus again this game, but we will have to see what happens. Oh, Elastane
Hmm.
fits. Never mind. Maybe we will see a bonus. Yeah, I mentioned in the chat.
How? Yeah, I like this from Rod.
Yeah, how is good, but yeah, if Elastane comes down, it's pretty much game over, I think. That's a tough find, though. You have to have studied it and like made sure you're aware that you could still potentially play through that T. You just kind of blocked. Let's see if he sees it.
Hmm.
I wonder what he's writing down. If he's writing down the alphagram, AAEELNST, if that's how Lawson studies, then that could be it. Yeah, this could be game over, but he hasn't spotted it yet. If you don't see a last stain, yeah, playing off A&E, ALE somewhere seems pretty good. You could play. Okay, he's playing A&E. He could play Jean or Jane. I mean, probably Jean for more points, but he's electing to block that T.
Hmm.
But scores are close, so there could be there could be some weirdness here, depending on what Rod does. Because yeah,
Yeah, I think
Lawson's
it's
only
I
up
think it's a bit
by
slow that move
yeah,
to
it's a slow move,
borrow a chest turn.
definitely taking a 22-point lead. But what's left? There's five in the bag, so Rod can
Hmm.
he's looking at playing Fini through the N of Serpent, I think. Leave two in the bag, which is quite nice,
Yeah.
and tie the game up. Take a 1-point lead, and now if you're Lawson, you have to also wonder there's a threat with serpents to see what comes of this, because you can score well because Lawson did draw the K, which was pretty good. If he hadn't drawn the
Two S's in the
K,
bag. Hmm.
if he hadn't drawn the K, he would not have an easy way to score here. Let's see. See what Rod draws. Aranus.
Mm.
Okay. That U kind of ruins it, doesn't it? Yeah, I think Lawson's gonna be able to eke this one out a lot of the time, but there are two letters in the bag, so there's some uncertainty. I think he had OAK lined up. Not really sure what he was looking at there. Yeah, something like Jake from the J looks a little bit scary, but if you're Lawson, you can realize that there are no scoring tiles unseen to you. So the worst that could happen, three-tile overlap of Jake, which only scores 24 points.
Mm.
Jake itself scoring 32, keeping some nice letters. Keeping also possibilities from that B and C bowl. So after the play of Vig, now that's actually a scoring spot. You can play BES, BOS, BAS. That scores pretty well. So I think if Lawson plays Jake here, he's going to win. But from his perspective, is there something to worry about with Serpents? Anything you see, Josh?
Um, no, I'd like the play of Scar, where he's just played KO. I'd probably tack the S on.
Oh yeah, that looks very good.
Scores a
That's probably a
lot, and
better
there's two
version.
S's unseen to him. Um, so I think you're okay parting with it. I just think it scores. I
Yeah.
just think it scores too much.
Yeah. 37 is good here. There is something to be said about playing an extra letter when you're emptying the bag.
Yes, exactly.
But this seems to do like the same thing. And maybe there was like some 9 letter word threats through the TE potentially. And what's good about this is sometimes I think Lawson's going to threaten an out bonus with Serpents, which would just throw a huge wrench in Rod's endgame as well. Anyways, what a weird game. I think Lawson's
Mm.
gonna eke it out, but amazing play of AE. I just can't get over that. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Feel free to like and subscribe to this channel, of course. Doesn't 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 hurt, right? Have you done that, Josh? I hope
I
so.
have indeed. Yes. Yeah, I was in on the ground floor. I was the fourth subscriber.
Very nice. Very good. I think I was like a little bit after you. So you're a founder.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's just going to be more and more coverage like this. I mean, just out of nowhere, these New Zealanders have just these Kiwis have just started streaming amazing Scrabble content.
Mm.
Um, and if you know me, you know that that's my life, and it could be a small part or a large part of your life too.
Yes,
So
I've,
yeah,
if there's a game online, I've probably watched it.
Fabo, I like that. I like that. Is Fabo a word? Should be.
So,
Yeah, you've been enjoying Scrabble streams ever since ever since you got into the game. So, I mean, take it from Josh here. It's just awesome stuff. Um, this is their first stream, first tournament
mm.
stream. Oh, look at that like bubble. That's so cool, so cute. Yeah, thanks to everyone on the floor, making this possible. And it looks like New Zealand's gonna take game two. I mean, I don't actually know what's happening in the rest of the tournament, but from what we're seeing, New Zealand is killing it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good showing. Good showing for the rest of the world to see some strong New Zealand talent.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I
besides
mean,
the best player ever, um, there hasn't been a lot of representation at World Championships from New Zealand players in recent
sure.
years. So yeah,
Yeah. So what are you thinking here in this end game? Maybe like, I mean, the first thing you have to do is give up, and that's the
yeah, yeah,
hardest
yeah.
thing.
But after that, um,
Maybe just Gene setting up yours or ours.
yeah,
Go out
yeah.
next turn.
That's what I was looking at as well. Um, yeah, Yeah, no, I like that. That's what I'd probably land on.
What does it say on Lawson's shirt? Scrabble something. Eat a cheap. Can somebody translate what's on Lawson's t-shirt? I really want to know.
Well, now that you bring it up, Lawson actually makes his own t-shirts. He has a
Oh
business in New
yeah,
Zealand making t-shirts,
I
selling
think I knew
t-shirts.
that.
Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Important for us to plug because they're quite cool, as you can see.
Yeah, indeed. If we could get a moderator of the YouTube channel to post the live results, that would be nice. Because yeah, regular regular people cannot do that in the YouTube chat. It'll just be blocked. Oh, it's loins. True. So what I was saying earlier about how brutal this endgame is, like, yeah, S loins is being threatened through the Y
Hmm.
of wiry. So I mean, either Rod doesn't see it or does see it and hopes. Um, I mean, it doesn't matter since Red's not a factor here, but Lawson won by 7 points. Wow. Um, yeah, those are the results. So what is yeah, Rouse is being considered Rouse with serpents. But yeah, this is just so brutal. So brutal for Rod. He was in such a good position, but he just kept drawing those awkward racks filled with consonants.
Maybe
He
you
was
play something like reason underneath, making Ewer and Tide.
oh, that's interesting.
Like blocks the out bingo. I know you're opening a triple, but all one pointers.
Yeah. Problem is that would give back triple triple.
No, well, besides that, it's a good play.
I was like, I always see like noneless, and then I'm like, oh, loneness.
Loneness.
Yeah, that's so Gene is
Yeah,
being
okay.
played. So let's see if Lawson sees his out bingo here. Um, I guess you also have to be 100% sure that S loins is good. So many spellings of that um, to make the play. Because if you play a phony here, you lose. So
Yes,
that
so
could be a nice,
maybe it's not right if you're not 100% sure.
yeah, certainly not. You got to play with no pride and no ego when you're playing with it in a team tournament.
Hmm.
And yeah, looks like he's gonna play boss. Nice. Yeah. Boss is a very nice score of 40 points, I think.
That,
Um,
that's a lot.
yeah. There's no question that those are all valid words. And we're gonna see so ours is 17, yours is 16. So ours is better. Better than yours. You like these. We like these puns, don't
We do, yes.
we? Oh, I guess Rod is magnanimous guy. Plays Roast to 16, but it doesn't matter. It's all
It's all academic.
academic. Yeah, yeah, a great win for Lawson. He's taking a picture of poor Rod there, whose time is still running, but not gonna. But yeah, a great victory. So, I mean, should we be keeping tabs on who wins on stream, Josh? How would that feel to you? Should there be some like award of like who won the most games on stream?
I can
How would
certainly
that?
keep a tally, yes. I'll be watching. I'll
But
be
is
watching
that
all the games. So yeah, for sure.
nice, nice? Yeah, I'll be asleep through a decent amount of the games, I think. But actually, the time zones. I mean, I'm here in Montreal, Canada, on the east coast of North America, and The time zones sort of work out pretty well. So right now it's 5 p.m. the day before Friday,
Hmm.
um, here. And I guess like after lunch, there's gonna be some games, and maybe it'll go a little bit too long for me. Maybe I'll be asleep at the tail end, but I feel like this works out somehow. Like the time difference just somehow works out.
Yeah, it's funny. The worst time zone I think for watching is over in Western Australia because it starts too early.
Yeah. Yeah, how many hours is that? Four?
It's another 2.5 from me, so
Two and
I
a
started
half.
at 6. So yeah, nice and early.
Oh my goodness, that is very, very, very early. Yes, I didn't even think about that. So what's the difference between you and Auckland?
2 hours.
Two
Yeah,
hours. So
so
wow, that's
6:30
yeah,
start for the stream. First game at 7. Yeah.
yeah, wow. So where is everyone watching from in the YouTube chat? We'd like to know. And while you're thinking about that, what is our next matchup?
Next match is Russell Honeybun from Western Australia against Andrew Bradley.
Nice. Okay, so we'll be back with that in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is gonna be a great matchup. We'll have more to say in a few minutes. So
Awesome.
see you all then.
See you soon.